have all heard of Macy's. It's a national institution. Their Manhattan flagship is in fact considered the world's largest store. But did you know most of the history you think of when it comes to Macy's is fake? While Macy's lists its founding as 1858, in fact the first store to bear the name of Rowland Hussey Macy was a small dry goods store founded in 1848 in Haverhill, Massachusetts. 1858 is actually the year that R.H. Macy founded his first New York store after failing in Haverhill, Massachusetts for 10 years. Macy's first New York location was between 13th and 14th Street on 6th Avenue in Manhattan. This was far north of the other dry goods stores at the time and was labeled R.H. Macy's Dry Goods. R.H. Macy's first son Charles died at a year old, and R.H. Macy himself died in 1877 at age 54, while his only surviving son, R.H. Macy Jr., died a year later at age 31. In 1895, the company was then sold to Isidore Straus, a partner in Abraham & Straus, a department store in Brooklyn. The store everybody calls R.H. Macy & Company was actually built in 1902 at the intersection of 34th and Broadway, known as Herald Square, by Isidore Straus. Or really, Straus Brothers Department Store. 10 years later, Isidore Straus was sailing home from Europe when he made the decision to sail on the wrong ship. In subsequent years, Macy's embarked on a campaign of expansion by purchase. This was started with the purchase in 1924 of LaSalle & Koch in Toledo. That was followed in 1925 by the acquisition of Davis & Paxson Stokes in Atlanta. In 1929, just before the crash, Macy's purchased Bamberger's of Newark, New Jersey. With the recovery from the Depression after the war in 1945, Macy's purchased O'Connor Moffett of San Francisco, and followed that 2 years later by the purchase of John Taylor Dry Goods of Kansas City, Missouri. In 1986, CEO Edward Finkelstein took over Macy's in a leveraged buyout and initiated attempts to take over Federated Department Stores. However, in 1988, Macy's lost to Compo, a Canadian real estate company. As part of the conclusion of that deal, they acquired two department store chains in California. One was mid-range, fashion-oriented Bullock's of Los Angeles, and the other was I. Magnin, a San Francisco-based luxury department store. In 1992, Macy's could no longer bear the weight of its leveraged buyout and filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. On December 19, 1994, Federated Department Stores completed a purchase of Macy's out of bankruptcy. 99 years after Isidore Straus founded the real Macy's, and 92 years after he built the greatest store in the world, Isidore Straus's Macy's was no more. Wait a minute. But Macy's seems to still be around, doesn't it? Well, the fact of the matter is many of these Macy's stores that still exist are in fact parts of other department stores that were taken over as part of a consolidation that started a long time ago and ended in 2006. In fact, over 100 stores made up what became Macy's. During the height of the department store, there were 5 department store conglomerates: Allied Stores, Federated Department Stores, Associated Dry Goods, Maid Department Stores, and R.H. Macy & Company. In 2006, there were 6 federated brands, including Macy's, Lazarus, the Bon Marché, Goldsmiths, Riches, and of course, Burdines. Furthermore, May operated Filene's, Ellis Ayres, Meyer & Frank, Robinson's May, Marshall Fields, Carlton, Strawbridge's, Hecht's, Foley's, the Jones Store, and Famous Bar. On February 28, 2005, Federated Department Stores, the owner of Macy's, acquired May Department Stores, and by September 9, 2006, all 17 brands operating under the May and Federated corporate umbrellas were consolidated into just one, Macy's. Correspondingly, the name of Federated was changed to that of Macy's Incorporated. With the completion of Macyation, we were down from 30 brands or so in 2005 to just a few. This included the 4 struggling nationals, Macy's, Kohl's, Sears, and JCPenney, as well as the Bon-Ton brands, including, of course, the Bon-Ton, Bergner's, the Boston Store, Carson's, Elder Beerman, Herberger's, and Yonkers. Then there were the 2 super regional southern stores, Belk and Dillard's, as well as the regional department store of Reading, Boscov's. And so from hundreds of stores at the turn of the century to 150 in the 50s to 30 in 2005 to just 15 in 2010. This completes the Macyation of America. Thanks for watching, everybody, and for more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. And that's all, folks. Good night, everybody.